to the whole February 6th 20-minute dissertation, yes, we, myself, the board, we do believe that this is the best use at this time for that money. And please listen to the people that speak at the same meetings that you speak at, where they say, yes, we do believe it. We do believe that this is. You can't dismiss. I know there's a small group of people in the room, but you've got to listen to them as well. So at this time, we do believe it's the best use. I think Tracy's right. With the affordable housing that the borough is dealing with and the township has still yet to settle, they could be potentially looking at literally hundreds of units, hundreds. I don't mean double digits, I mean triple digits of units where it may not, but that number could go skyrocketing. And just back to, and again, I'm not trying to convince you, Mr. Carr. I'm really not. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just trying to.
I feel like that's great.
Yeah, you think which is great?
The great system, as long as we have the input.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And Mr. Carr keeps us on our toes, and Mr. Heap is, we call him a curmudgeon, but, he also keeps us on his toes. He's one of the, but he's part of the audience that we're considering when we make a decision. Okay, Mr. Heap's going to hammer us, but let's think about that.
I'm not going to hammer you.
No, and I mean that in a fun way. It keeps us on our toes. But we are very sensitive to the dollars that we spend, and we do think that's the best use. But I have to go back to Mike's point. The fact that the voters voted no against, for example, classroom space at Southern, it breaks my heart that in the second grade, there are 25 kids in the second grade. Second grade, that's a bad grade to be 25 kids in a grade. We have blown way past the caps that were set, probably, 5 years ago, where you like a comfortable number, and I know there's an optimal number. I'm not an educator, but I'm sure there's an optimal number for each grade level. Certainly in high school, you can go a little bit higher. Honors level classes, you could probably go a little bit higher than that. When you're first learning to read, I don't know the optimal number, but I know it's not 25 in second grade, and that's where we're at. That's not the education that our kids had, Mr. Heath, because our kids are in the same grade. We didn't have kids in 25 kids in a class. I think it was closer to 16 and 18 at Washington Avenue at the time. But enrollment goes up. So, Mr. Carr, the short answer to your question is yes, we absolutely believe that this is the best use of the funds at this time. Do I think it sets us up for future? Yes. Do I think that I know for a fact the office space is insufficient at this time. We have special services files in the hallway, in the public hallway. We've had to have student disciplinary hearings. The last 4 have been held in a community room because we don't have space. We have supervisors that use a space down at the middle school that literally has a working urinal. I hope they don't use it during their office, but they're literally in a closet. And I understand. I work at a trading desk. I work at an open trading floor. As well. So, and you go from a big office to a cubicle to a trading desk. I get it. This is slightly different.